Now we will conclude our discussion with this part with some definitions and a final look. Incidentally, it's important to remember some of the terminologies used in relational databases. Files, for example, are called relations in relational databases, and the users call it tables. Records are called as tuples by the designers, and the users call it rows. And fields are called as attributes by the designers, whereas the users will call it the columns. These are some examples. Incidentally, one of the fields would be the primary key in each table. One field or one or more fields could be the primary key. Here are some common data types that's in the book. One may want to go through these different data types. The extension of the database application. Here are some new areas of applications. We have data warehouses that keeps various kind of data for us to retrieve for decision making and so on. Read about this in the book. And web databases, there was an example shown earlier where a backend database can provide information to a front-end web server. The example that was shown was the nutrition data example, where when we supplied the word spinach, the information was retrieved from a database. This basically brings us to the end of this discussion on databases. One other type of database that was not discussed in detail is known as the object-oriented database. The difference between a relational database and an object-oriented database. In an object-oriented database, the code and the data can reside in one module. That basically is the characterizing feature of an object-oriented database. Information about that is in the book. Read that as well. And once again, as far as the exam is concerned, take a look at the difference between data and information, the different types of database systems, about queries, how queries are generated, and very important, the example that was shown in designing a relational database system. In this case, try to see the difference between objects and relationships, and also an object table and a relationship table. In particular, focus on relationships such as one-to-one, one-to-many, and many-to-many. This brings us to the end of this discussion on database design.